Hello, sports fans, and welcome to to the Scott Sports 101 Thursday Night Football pregame show and update show as well. We'll talk about tonight's game and what we expect to see between the 49ers and Giants. We'll talk about what the 49ers need to do and what the Giants need to do and what we want to expect. But first, here is today's Scott Sports 101 Thursday Night Football trivia question. Jerry Rice holds what record in his career? I'll have the answer later on the podcast. Well, it's Thursday Night Football, Week 3, and we have a great NFC matchup for you tonight. The San Francisco 49ers and the New York Giants are battling it out right now at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Um, the 49ers went to 2-0 last week with a 30 to 23 win over the LA Rams. This will be the first time the 49ers take the field in their home stadium this season. The 49ers will look to go to 3-0 with a win over the Giants tonight against uh, but it's not going to be an easy task against the Giants. But you can be sure, uh, we'll surely, but you can be sure the energy from the fans in attendance will surely provide an extra boost for the players digging deep on just 3 days of rest since their last game. However, in Fred Warner's case, you count on their star linebacker to bring his own juice, and he and the team attempt to give the 49ers their first 3-0 start since the 2019 season. Expect the 49ers quarterback, Brock Purdy, to have a really big game and better one for that matter. Purdy, a former seventh round selection for the Niners in the 2022 NFL Draft, ended San Francisco's win over the Rams with 206 passing yards and 17 completions on 25 attempts. Purdy took accountability for a few overthrown passes during during uh, 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 passes during last Sunday's matchup. Uh, so and Christian McCaffrey has scored a touchdown in 11 straight games. He remains the best bet on the board with his anytime TD odds sitting at 245. Expect McCaffrey to have a really big game against the Giants tonight, and also expect George Kittle to have a big game tonight. Expect Kittle and McCaffrey to put up big numbers against the Giants. And meanwhile, the Giants, who will be without Saquon Barkley and three other starters, are coming off a 30 to 28 win over the Arizona Cardinals last week at State Farm Stadium in Arizona. Excuse me. But it won't be easy climbing out of a big hole this week, taking on the 49ers, who are 2-0 on Thursday night. The Giants can't afford to have a slow start from the 49ers. Uh, a team that is looking to remain unbeaten and go to 3-0. Accomplishing a win over the 49ers will be a lot harder for the Giants, who will, without Saquon Barkley, who will miss at least this week's game after spraining his ankle late in the win against Arizona last week. Now, this puts a lot more pressure on quarterback Daniel Jones to play the way he did in the second half against Arizona, and not like the first six quarters of the at the beginning of the season, the first six quarters of the season. So this is going to be a challenging game for the 49ers tonight. Uh, uh, Daniel's got his job to do, just like the running backs have their job. The receivers, the offensive line. Coach Brian DeBall said it's individually taking care of your responsibility, whatever that may be, and doing your job at a high level. Uh, uh, the Giants didn't do that to start the season. Uh, they got off to a they got off to one of their worst starts uh, in recent history in the NFL, losing the opener 40-0 to the Cowboys, and then falling behind 20-0 at the half to the Cardinals, and 28-7 in the third quarter. Uh, and New York was the first team in 45 years to allow at least 60 points before scoring their first time in a season. The Giants then scored 31 points in the second half behind 317 yards offense, 3 TDs from Jones. Uh, the 49ers have struggled at times in recent seasons, slowing down mobile quarterbacks, and view the matchup with Jones as a big challenge. It starts with his legs, Coach Kyle Shanahan said. He's willing to run. He's physical when he runs. He's got the skill set, to run away from people. So anytime you have a quarterback like that, the challenge that does just schematically unlocking your defense and making you have to play certain ways is always a pain. Uh, then he's got the ability to play in the pocket and beat you that way too. So he's getting better each year. So and replacing Barkley, the Giants will use three backs to try and replace Barkley. Veteran Matt Breida should get the majority of carries. Second-year running back Gary Brightwell and rookie Eric Gray will pick up the slack. Breida has started only 2 games since leaving San Francisco following the 2019 season, but he topped 100 yards rushing 5 times in 18 starts in 2019 for the 49ers. Uh, so and we are comfortable with all these guys, whether it's the run or pass. Dabal said certain things that we could all improve on, but they are all here for a reason. Now, seeking sacks, the 49ers vaunted defensive line got a bit frustrated last week with how quickly Matthew Stafford got rid of the ball, limiting San Francisco to just 1 sack on a blitz by linebacker Fred Warner. Nick Bosa and crew see some opportunity this week against Jones, who holds on to the ball longer and has taken 10 sacks this season. It's going to be pretty much opposite of what we did with Stafford. And Bosa said definitely can hold it a little bit, and we've just got to keep him in the pocket. He's going to try and get out any chance that he gets, just trying to close it in on him. Be good in our rush lanes, and we could have a good day. And complicating matters for the Giants are injuries on the offensive line. Left tackle Andrew Thomas, who has a pulled hamstring, and left guard Ben Breedson who has a concussion, who's out this week, and so uh, talking about dynamic Deebo Samuel, Niners receiver Deebo Samuel had harsh criticism of his performance last season when he admitted coming into camp out of shape and never finding his stride. He vowed to change that this year and is off to a good start after posting his first 100-yard game from scrimmage in the regular season since week 4 last season. Sammy had 68 yards receiving, 38 yards rushing, and a touchdown. He's in the best shape, Shanahan said. He doesn't have to come out as much, doesn't have to take as many plays off, and is playing as good as I've seen him play. With only 3 days between games, the Giants stayed in Arizona after last week's game to prepare for the Niners. Both teams essentially held walkthroughs this week with the focus on installing the game plan and recovering physically. You've got to prepare hard in the meetings, and you've got to treat those lighter practices with great detail and attention to the specifics of what we need to get accomplished. Daboll said. It's a quick turnaround, but everybody has to play them, so that's what we'll do. And so the Giants will have their work cut out with missing 3 of their starters tonight. And so right now it is 10-3 49ers with 7:49 to go in the second quarter till halftime. And the 49ers are about to kick off, so I want to give you that. I'll give you my Thursday night pick in just a moment, but right now it is time to reveal the answer to today's Scott Sports 101 Thursday Night Football trivia question. Jerry Rice holds what record in his career? And if you said number of possessions, you are correct. Holding number, and that is holding 1,549. That's the record that Jerry Rice holds in his career. And I'll have another trivia question on my next podcast, so stay tuned for that. And so I do feel the 49ers are going to get the win in this game tonight. But you never know, the Giants could surprise everybody and play real well and come out and get the win in this game tonight. And so I'm going to say 49ers 34, Giants 31. That's my pick, because I'm going with the 49ers to win this game. That's my Thursday night pick. I do believe my brother-in-law, Eric Hoyle, will go with the 49ers as well. He hasn't given it to me yet, but I'm sure he will. So I'm going with the 49ers. We'll get the rest of my picks on Sunday with the rest of the early and late games, and Sunday night game and Monday night game. So look for that on Sunday. But the 49ers and Giants are really, it's close right now. It's 10-3, second quarter, with the Giants about to kick off with 7:49 remaining until halftime. So, well, let's see. Will it be the 49ers get the win? Will it be the Giants? Without Saquon Barkley and 3 other starters. We shall see. But they have their work cut out tonight against the Niners. Well, that's just about going to wrap it up for this edition of Scott Sports 101 Thursday Night Football post-game show and / update show. I'll be back with the Thursday Night Football post-game show once the game between the Niners and Giants has concluded. But until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1, I'm done.